There are times that we may want to repeat a task a number of times. For example, let's say we send a message to a user. If that message cannot be delivered, perhaps we want to retry 3 times. Now, for simplicity, let's imagine this print statement is equivalent to sending a message. In a real-world program, to send a message to a user, we have to write 5 to 10 lines of code. Now, if you want to retry 3 times, we don't want to repeat all that code. That is ugly. That's when we use a loop. We use loops to create repetition. So here's how it works. We start with for, number, in. We have a built-in function called range. Now, how many times we want to repeat this task? Let's say 3 times. So we call range and pass 3 as an argument. Now, similar to our if statements, we need to terminate this line with a colon, enter, we get indentation. So in this block, we can write all the statements that should be repeated 3 times. Let's do a print, a message like attempt. Save the changes, run the program. So we have attempt printed 3 times, beautiful. Now, what is this number? Let's take a look. It's a variable of type integer. So let's pass it as the second argument to the print function, number. Run the program. This is what we get, 0, 1, 2. So here we have a for loop. This for loop is executed 3 times. In each iteration, number will have a different value. Initially, it will be 0. In the second iteration, it will be 1. And finally, in the last iteration, it will be 2. Now here we can do something fun. We can add 1 to this, run the program, and now the messages that we print are kind of more meaningful or more user-friendly, like attempting number 1, attempting number 2, and so on. We can take this to the next level. So we can pass another argument. Here I'm going to add an expression. One more time, number plus 1. So we'll get 1, 2, 3. Now I want to put this expression in parentheses. So let's select this, put it in parentheses, and then multiply it by a dot. So here we have a string that is multiplied by a number. The result will be that string repeated that number of times. Let's take a look. So run the program. See? That's pretty cool, isn't it? Now let me show you one more thing before we finish this lecture. As you saw, this range function generates numbers starting from 0 all the way up to this number here, but it doesn't include this number. Here we can pass another argument, say start from 1 and finish before 4. With this change, we don't need to add 1 to number every time, because in the first iteration, this number variable will be set to 1. So we can simplify our code and make it cleaner. Let's run it one more time. We get the exact same result. We can also pass a third argument as a step. So I'm going to change the second argument to 10 and pass 2 as a step. Look at the result. These are the numbers we get, 1, 3, 5, and so on. So pretty useful. You're going to use this function a lot in real-world applications.